What we have in this worksheet is the beginning, or maybe close to the ending, of a simple basic expense report. And I want to show you a few editing techniques before we go and use this. First thing you can see is column A is not quite wide enough. Now you may know already that if you put your mouse pointer up here in the header and the border between column A and column B, when you get that two-headed mouse pointer, you can just sort of click and drag to the right. But how far are you supposed to go? Maybe you went too far, maybe not far enough. I'm just going to press Control Z to undo. A little tip here is when you get that two-headed arrow there between two columns, if you double click, the column auto-fits. So it's now as wide as the widest item in the column. That's pretty cool. Now let's fill in the months. You may know already to autofill. So if you click on January, put the mouse pointer on that little autofill dot in the lower right corner. Make sure the mouse pointer is a crosshair, has to be the crosshair. And if you drag that out, you can fill in the months. And I'll just go over here and type the word total. And let's take a look at the numbers. If you want to fill in these numbers fairly quickly, what you do is this. Let's select the whole range. So that's all 3 months. That's all the cities. Now, in this selected area, you notice that the cell in the upper left corner is a little different. If you hit the Enter key, you notice that the active cell is just in that selected area. So there's always one active cell no matter what is selected. Well, here's what we do. Let's go down here to the number for Dallas in January. Let's just type in 7532, press Enter, and the number here is 2589 for Boston. Now, that's the end of column B in that selected area. When you press Enter, it just cycles back to the top of the next column. So I'll put in 3421 for San Francisco. And I'll simply hit the Enter key, and now when I get down to Boston for February, I'll put in, say, 2080. And when I enter, I go up to the top of the next column. So if you select an area like that, you can fill in numbers fairly quickly. And if you're using a full-size keyboard that has a numeric keypad on the right side, then you can type those numbers in using this selection technique and get things done very quickly. It's a lot faster than using the numbers across the top of the keyboard. Okay, that's great. But before we actually start adding some numbers here, we need to talk a little bit about the order of operations. So here's a little math test for you. What is the right answer to 2 plus 3 times 4? Sounds simple, doesn't it? Well, is the correct answer 20 or is the correct answer 14? Well, here's how you can figure out. The order of operations, priority, goes to parenthesis. Second priority is exponents, right? That's if you're raising a number to a power, like squaring a number or cubing a number. Multiplication and division come next. Doesn't matter what you do first, multiplication or division. And then addition and subtraction. Again, doesn't matter what you do first, addition or subtraction. So the answer to 2 plus 3 times 4 is you multiply 3 times 4 first and then add 2, so the correct answer is 14. The easiest way to remember this, you may remember this from school, is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Excel does it the same way that you would do it on pencil and paper.